I think this bar is sell to close. Testing the open of the day, two legs up, high in a tight trading range. So I think it's okay to sell that close for 20 cents. Stop is a measured move up from this bar. I'll go for 15 cents. So if we start to race up above bar one, accelerate above or close above, then I'll exit. But my max stop is a measured move up the bull bar. So just got out there, 30 shares, 15 cents, so about 450, 465. I only traded half size because it's not a very high probability setup in terms of having a signal bar, but it is something that I've noticed that happens often in these situations. So I thought it was worth taking. And I think the last 2 or 3 times I've seen it happen, I let it go. But those ones worked out as well, so I wanted to start taking it when I see it. So I'll explain my rationale, and if you guys have any feedback or if you notice a flaw in the thinking, then just let me know. I know it's not as high probability as it could be because there's no signal bar, but typically when there's a gap up in a tight trading range like this, and we get a high one that's followed by a sharp bear bar, it's pretty much big up, big down. And when we get the second leg up, it's 2 legs up in a tight trading range after big up, big down. So because it's 2 legs up in a trading range, probably going to get a pullback, or that we need to go sideways and form a flag and then break out. So it's similar to yesterday. We had a move down, a high one, then a low one. And so we have big up, big down. That's the first leg up, first leg down, and then second leg up. And so when the second leg up doesn't close with a really strong close up here, I've noticed that it often has to pull back either below the low one, so below the bear bar, or at least enough for a scalp before breaking above the high or breaking strongly above the high. Another example is here. So we had gap up above climax from yesterday. So probably going to go getting a trading range for the first couple hours. 2 bear bars. We had a strong reversal up, big move down. So big up, big down in a tight trading range, in a potential tight trading range. And then we get the second leg up that doesn't close strongly above the first leg, and closer to the high of the tight trading range usually pulls back for a scalp. And same thing here. Yesterday's buy climax, did a move down, I won buy, pull back first, so big up, big down, and this is the second leg up. Strong close, stronger close, but still below bar one high. And this is not a good buy signal, so probably have to test back to the high of this bar. In this case, we got back to the low of the sell signal as well. But second leg up in a tight trading range, when we should get trading range price action for the first couple hours. This is something that I've noticed that I think is a reasonable setup, where the downside is if we break strongly above and start to accelerate, then it's an exit, or if we hold here and start to form a flag, it's an exit. But usually it gives an opportunity for a scalp or an exit with a small loss if you see it accelerating. So that's what I've noticed, and that's what my trade is based on today. And so that's exactly what we had. Yesterday's buy climax, 3 bear bars, high one, big down, and then the next bar is a second leg up in a tight trading range, and that was sell to close. So all feedback is welcome, but that was my reasoning for taking the trade. I sold this close. We had a climax breakout, pause, and a second leg up. It's possible that this is not the end of the second leg, that we have to continue a little bit higher. I have my stop, a measured move up from the first climax. So if we go up a little bit more and then get a bear signal, I'll sell more below that. But I just took my first entry on the close of this bar, looking for a 10-cent scalp. So this is similar to that I think it was June 11th, that day where I got caught in a really bad bear trend. Um, Today I won't allow that to happen, so I won't add. So that day I took a full loss because I added. I sold the close, or sorry, I bought the close. It was a bear trend. I bought the close and then I added again on another close with a limit order. I won't do that today. So today I'm only risking $10 up to here. Um, if we start to go sideways and aren't getting bear bars, I'll exit with a small loss, and I won't add the second half unless we get a convincing bear bar. So I won't take a full loss on this unless it warrants entering with my second half. So we got down and tested the high of this buy signal, the high one buy, and then bounced strongly off of it. I think that was a better target for me. I sold the close here. I should have sold 10 cents above this high. So it came down and tested the high of this high one buy signal and then bounced up off of it. So I think the best trade here, for what I was doing, for looking for a sell to close, would probably have been selling 11 cents above this high one buy, betting that we get down to test the high of the high one. But because I sold the close, I ended up selling 10 cents above, so I needed to go 1 cent below the high. So now we've already pulled back twice and now getting a breakout, so this could stop me out. I'll try to get out break even now because it's not doing exactly what I wanted it to do. I moved my target to break even now because it pulled back already and then raced back up, so I'm okay with just getting out break even. Looks like I'll get stopped out. Yeah, so I didn't trade that properly. I had to be a lot more precise with that entry if I was going to do that. It actually did give me a few chances to get out break even, but I thought we'd get a little bit lower. But yeah, I didn't trade that well. So I lost $10 on that. So down $5.50 now on the day. But I'm glad as dumb as it was, I'm glad that I only traded half size and didn't add. So I took a chance on it. I think I know my mistake here, either not taking it. I've said it many times that I shouldn't take these without seeing a signal bar, but sometimes I still do. But given the fact that I still took it, at least I only took a half loss on it because I didn't add. So I guess that's the silver lining.